let's all welcome Nishu Sharma. What was the path? Like, where do you see like the healthcare system in India?
If I talk about 2025 projections, the industry is gonna grow at the rate of 22%. There should be some instructions which doctor have to give to the robot. Okay, this is the area where the surgery have to happen.
What do you think are the strategies, right?
Healthcare gonna be the biggest market because every person will require healthcare in their lifetime. Like
the medical clinics, and also how do we retain the patients, right, for the next 5 years?
So the first point is future trends. So definitely future trend gonna be like in healthcare, the competition will increase more for sure. If any doctor is not available online,
these people go on fire on Instagram or like LinkedIn talking he's the fake doctor, the fake clinic or this thing, right?
एक negative review या फिर like 1 or 10 negative reviews should not bother you at all, because if you have 100 good reviews, 10 to 12 reviews negative is something like you can accept it. It's okay.
Please subscribe to the channel. It will not cost you anything if you haven't. Subscriber count is one of the most important factors for me so that I can bring great and bigger guests so that you are able to absolutely learn best knowledge so that you can live for 100 to like 150 years. And if you find value in our work, all I ask you is like hit the subscribe button right now. In return, I promise you I'm going to bring the world's best top 1% guests from India, USA, and around the world, ensuring the maximum and super quality value. And now enjoy the podcast. Thank you so much. Hey everyone, welcome to Real Knowledge Club Summit. Today we have a truly a fascinating guest with us, one of the incredible thought leaders from our country, right? Who has worked in so many years in like medical clinics, hospitals, and now she runs one of the biggest marketing agencies, which basically helps like medical clinics and hospitals to grow to like 10 crores uh, per annum and more, who is none other than like Nishu Sharma, the founder of Branding Pioneers, a company that specializes in helping healthcare brands grow their patients-based revenue through innovative digital marketing strategies. What you can apply in this AI era to go to that next level, and how they can come online, how they can get quality, great leads, and everything. She's on a mission to basically help connect patients with the right healthcare providers while empowering medical practices to achieve sustainable growth. And today it's going to be an incredible masterclass, a must watch for like medical clinic owners, doctors, and like hospital owners also. Without any further delay, let's all welcome Nishu Sharma to the Real Knowledge Club Summit.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much, Akshay, for wonderful introduction. I really appreciate the way you have explained. And yes, for all the viewers, like I just want to give a quick introduction. I'm a healthcare professional. I was working with Max Hospital, Fortis Hospital. I'm a healthcare professional turned into an agency owner. I started branding pioneers like 10 years back. And now we are working with a lot of hospitals, doctors, clinic, and we are working very closely with the doctor so that the right patient can reach to the right doctor. So I'm on a mission of building that bridge between the patient and the doctor so that no patient will feel like the right doctor, they're not able to find the right line of treatment. So hence, like, here I am. Thank you so much for everyone for welcoming us.
Absolutely. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Nisha, for taking your super valuable time. I would love to know about your backstory, right? Like, how did you transition? You said you were working in multiple companies, hospitals, clinics, right? And then how did you thought like I have to figure out a marketing agency to help clients in India, USA, UAE, all these countries?
So basically, like I remember, if I go back to my time to 2010-12. So when I was working in hospital, I have realized one thing. Like when I was coming back home, I was feeling like sad. I was thinking like something is missing, and this question was haunting me for so many years. I was just asking myself like, is this the right track, or is this what I meant to do in my life? And after like lot of questioning to myself, once I discussed with my sister. I said like, okay, I'm quitting my job. She said, okay, are you crazy? because I was earning well, I was into corporate job, and I was like already working in the hospital. I said like I'm not feeling connected with myself, and there is something which I think like I meant to do. So hence like that moment I remember I resigned. I talked to my seniors as well. They were very supportive. I resigned there, and then I started like doing freelancing, because at that moment agency like to run an agency or to start an agency, that idea was not there. The idea was there like to help the doctors to build a brand, because that moment digital marketing was very new, and there was no player, there's very less or no player I have seen, because I was at the other side, I was not in a vendor side, I was other side. And when I was searching for healthcare digital marketing specialist or agencies, there were only 2 to 3 players. Then I thought like there's a void in the market, and how I can fill this void is like providing the services, because I knew marketing, I knew healthcare, why not healthcare digital marketing? So hence like I started doing freelancing. I got like 3 to 4 projects from the referral of where I was working, and there I started working. I remember like I used to work till late nights, but it was like giving me kick. I was getting happy and I was getting satisfied at the end of the day, because I was achieving something. And appreciation from the clients where they were saying, okay, we got patients from your marketing effort, was actually giving me a lot of like happiness. So then like what happened is, one fine day I went to a healthcare event that happened in Leela Gurgaon, and I met like one software engineer there. So hence like we discuss, he came from Combitur, we discuss about like what I do, he discuss about what he do. He's a completely tech guy, and I'm into like, as a healthcare professional, I'm into a healthcare person. So I discuss with him like the challenges with which people are facing in healthcare. And in healthcare the technology is something which is lacking, and it is very unorganized. So I remember in 2017 July I met him. Then we again met like in month of September, October. Then we decided, okay, branding pioneers is something which we gonna start together. Hence, me and my partner Arush Thapar, we started Branding Pioneers in 2017 with the mission of like providing healthcare the best technology services, and also the patient should connect to the doctor so that there is no lag between, like when someone is searching for best doctor near me or best doctor for so and so treatment, they should not feel like on Google there is nothing happening and they are just going on word of mouth. So hence like that is how we started our journey, and today we are like after 10, 11 years we're still like on that mission and feel like so accompanying, like when I look back 10 years back. So I felt like okay, like I have done so much for myself, so I am feeling like very happy for what we have achieved.
Wow, wow, that's wonderful journey, right? Like you have been there in the trenches, worked in the medical hospital clinics, then you identified the gaps, and now you have started your own company. That's amazing. And no, Nisha, like if I ask you, like, what was the path, right? Like, where do you see like the healthcare system in India, right? And what is its growth in the next few years, in the coming few years?
So if I talk about data, in 2022 the healthcare was roughly $280 billion industry. And today if I, because that was like data which was post covid also, pre covid data was something into it was much lesser. If I talk about 2025 projections, the industry is gonna grow at the rate of 22%. That is roughly around $370 billion industry the healthcare is. Now, healthcare is not about hospitals, clinics, and doctors. There are a lot of healthcare startups also coming up. Like, have you heard about VR technology, which is there already? Like, a lot of dental colleges, even the institutes are started using the VR technology, wherein they are giving experience to the patients, and hence it is enhancing. Like in India, I've seen like very less players using, but in US I was like fascinated to see like a lot of technologies like VR technology is there. Then robotic technology, robotic is something which is already into India. A lot of
Correct.
people started using robotic surgeries, and wherein like the surgeon is sitting in a robot, and like it is a precise surgery which is happening. So yes, in technology wise healthcare is growing a lot. Apart from hospital, doctors and clinics, in this thing, medical tourism is also one of the platform. Then pharmaceutical is also one of the thing which is growing at a rapid rate. And there are a lot of new healthcare tech startups which are coming up. Like already Pristine Care is there, who are already organizing some of the part, and there are a lot of players entering into India like that. Yes.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. I believe the VR technology, the AI technology, robotics, this is all going to be like the future. And recently I was seeing
Definitely.
somewhere in China, I believe, a full clinic with just with like robots, right? Are
Yeah.
people going to trust those things if there is no doctor, only like robots itself doing the operations?
So honestly, for Indian market, doctor is a must, because even the robot
Right.
can't operate like without, because uh, there should be some instructions which doctor have to give to the robot. Okay, this is the area where the surgery have to happen. So I think like in India, people have this mindset like जब तक like doctor के सामने नहीं बैठे हो, तो the people are not getting that the trust also, and the satisfaction in Indian mindset is when they are going seeing the doctor, only then they are getting cured. So that
Correct.
mindset change will take time. But like I'm sure, like in China, why it is happening is because they're very, they in technology they are testing new things. I was also checking one of the thing in China. There is no like front office staff, no billing staff. It's all virtual. Like the machines are there, they are entering and they are like booking the OPD, meeting the doctor, coming back with the, even the pharmacy is having one like robot wherein like you just put your scan your prescription and it is giving your medication.
Yeah.
There are like chances, definitely the errors are less there because the human intervention is not there. But in India, people wants to meet doctor, they want that love, that empathy from the doctor. Doctor ne bol diya you will be cured, then patient will get satisfaction, theek hai, I will be cured or I will be like theek to ho jaunga. So
Correct.
that
Correct. Right. Absolutely, that emotional, that moral support, what doctor tells, we trust them because we look up to them as a god, right? Like that.
right.
And what do you think are the strategies, right? How can we build a resilient brand, basically, even for like a medical clinic or like hospital, ensuring that it is remain unaffected by new competitors entering? Because recently, when I was seeing certain doctors, uh, like a dermatologist or like any doctor, like in HSR layout or in Bangalore, there is one clinic. In the next street, there is another like 10, 20 clinics, right? In so much competitive market, what they have to do, how they have to build their brand.
So one study which I was reading about this is, yes, clinics are increasing, healthcare is increasing. Even if like even tomorrow there is on every street there are about 10 to 20 clinics, healthcare gonna be the biggest market because every person will require healthcare in their lifetime. Like maybe like for if I start from the journey of a kid from a childbirth to the old age, there are different set where we require healthcare, right? So to
Correct.
fulfill the, even the Indian population is increasing. To fulfill this healthcare need and healthcare, you can say requirement or whatever like healthcare industry in India, there is a deficiency because lot of patient they are doing self medication. They are not going to healthcare. They are not going to doctors and clinics. They are going to Google. They are searching their symptom. Acha, theek hai. I have headache. I'll have paracetamol. So that is actually mindset of lot of Indians. Hence, like what happen is in long term, they are not understanding the bad impact on their health. So that's why tertiary care. India require more tertiary care. We require more cancer unit. We require more units in diabetes because India is going to diabetic industry. And if I talk about strategies, definitely one clinic how they can be differentiator for other is because one thing I like tell to our clients also, like you should think about one thing, that is serving before selling. Nowadays what is
Hmm.
happening is the corporate hospitals, even like the clinics, they are getting so revenue fixation in their mind, like if any doctor is coming or any clinic is there, the revenue part is there, like because they have invested so much into building a hospital, so much building into a clinic, so hence
Correct.
like that is like natural. But how, why
Mm.
they're forgetting one, what they're forgetting one thing is to serve the patients. So the hospital or clinic, like my one message to them is definitely marketing is important. The differentiator should be serving the patients first. It should not be making money. Because once you serve the patient in your communication as well, how you're communicating to your patient, how you're empathetic to your patient, that also will make much more sense in the long term. Apart from that, I've seen like lot of like nowadays everyone is doing digital marketing and marketing in their capacity, whatever they are having budget with them. But I've also seen like, whenever a client also comes to us, they said like how many patients we will get or how many leads we will generate. So I always like tell them it's not about lead generation. Marketing is like definitely you will get, even if you are doing a simple campaign on Facebook or Google, you will generate patients. But it's about how you are empathetic about your patient, how you are converting those patients. That is more important. So there, like I actually work with their telecallers to,
Mm.
to have a empathetic tone with the patients, because in the end that patient is calling 10 clinics. Just imagine 10 clinics, they're asking, okay, kab ka appointment chahiye, then you want that. And one clinic is saying, okay, tell me your problem. And then, communicating with the patient, okay, you have this problem, don't worry sir or ma'am, we are here for you. You just like, our doctor is expert into this thing. And hence like, that conversation when they start doing with their patient is what will make an impact. And I think like nowadays a lot of doctors are not using YouTube. YouTube is a very important platform. Even like I suggest, even if you are making one video a day, posting on YouTube initially, just for the education purpose. Because healthcare is not about promotion. In US and UK, there is like, there is no promotional activities. It's only education and informational content which they are creating for the patient. Hence Mayo
Correct.
Clinic and like, big brands like NCBI, they have research studies, they have like very good content on that, as compared to India, wherein the moment the clinic or a doctor or the hospital get into promotion, patient will start understanding, and hence like, the review, the views and everything start dropping. So that is like, my understanding of how you can be differentiator is like you have to serve before you sell any patient.
Absolutely. As you told, it's right. Like educating them is like more important even before they come. If they
Yeah.
start making videos, right, on like YouTube or like Instagram Reels, like educating them so that people can find some value, and they'll be like, I have a pimple. I saw a dermatologist sharing
Yeah.
how to reduce my pimple. Okay, I've got some help. Now I will go to that doctor if I have like more this thing, right? The trust is formed.
Mhm. Even
Absolutely.
like I've seen like lot of doctors, when they create educational content, people will start relating more to them, because they are not talking for selling, they are talking for information. They are just giving, like, because in like, because I'm a believer of, universe and manifestation. So one thing I've learned there is like, if you want to get something, you have to first give. So in like,
Correct.
I think it applies in each and every stream of the life as well. If you want more patient, first you have to give them something. Give them the valuable content. Give them some valuable information so that it can change their mindset, change their health habits, change themselves in a certain way. Only then they will become your believer, and they will definitely become your loyal customer in long term.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. And my next question is like, when I used to tell like even like doctors like make a video, right, like post a video, doctors are like, hey man, first of all, I don't get time, right, from morning to evening. Like when I speak to like a lot of doctors in Bangalore, they are like, I go to one clinic in the morning, evening another clinic, maybe another clinic. By the time I come to house, like I don't have time or like energy to basically shoot videos, post videos. The thing is, even not other doctors, their friends are also posting it. And when I tell them, hey, when nobody is doing, you do it, right? Why are you waiting for others? What is your thoughts on it? Why do why you think like every doctor or like every clinic they should have their own YouTube channel on like post on that regularly?
So I have one understanding here. It's again the mindset game. I've seen like lot of doctors. They are busy. They are they are doctors who are working in as you said 9 to 9 they are working, and I really appreciate doctors are into back to back surgeries. They are into back to back OPDs.
Correct.
But again, if the intention of that particular doctor is, yes, I also have to give the society back something, or I want to increase my OPD numbers, or I want to increase, the people should come to me because I am the right person. They will get the right line of treatment from me. So doctor will get time, because I've seen like the doctors where we are working with, I tell them I don't want any excuse. If you're not working on Sunday, give us your 1 hour. We just need your 1 hour, and we will create your entire month calendar. I will not disturb you, because again the people who wants to you have seen like a lot of doctors are making content. It's not like
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah,
doctor.
correct.
Doctors are making content. They are also busy doctors, and they are also doing the surgeries. It's all about intentions. If you know my intention is doing marketing, and my intention is to provide value to my followers, to my audience, definitely we will find the time, and they can create the content. On other side, after AI, I've also seen because again doctors, the same thing, doctors are saying मेरे पास time नहीं है, मैं I don't want to do it. And again they have this, I just say them it's an excuse. You're making excuse of running behind, like running from the videos. But again we have created one AI wherein if doctor is giving us 2 hours of their recording, like wherein they are sitting and they are giving us recording, we are creating the AI videos for them, wherein we don't need we will just put the script, and in doctor's voice, in doctor in avatar only, it's talking. So that is like something new which a lot of doctors can try. So it's tool called HeyGen and 11 Labs. They can combine and they can create AI videos as well using that.
Yes, absolutely. That's wonderful, right? Because if a doctor can use AI, ChatGPT, they can just go and tell like I'm this, I want these topics, they can get it. And because doctor has that authority, and if they make that videos, they will have like more potential people to listen to them, right? Whereas a
Right.
non-authority person, even if he makes video, like imagine if I'm making a video, they'll be like, you are not doctor, I won't come to you. Right? Whereas a doctor who has really studied, right, like that MBBS MD, people will go to them, right?
Right.
And it acts
And
as
why,
an advantage.
I believe is more than doctor, to it's not for doctors. It's actually for the patient who is
Okay.
searching for the right line of treatment. Because I'll tell you one example here. Like for
Hmm.
example, in my family, someone was suffering from arthritis, and at that time, because I was new into healthcare, I know like arthritis will be cured by a rheumatologist, not by a orthopedician. But then I was thinking like lot of people in my family were saying like this orthopedician, go to this orthopedician, and I was keep on educating them. This is not a regular knee pain. This is arthritis. So we need to go to a rheumatologist. So it's like what I think is, if any doctor is a very good doctor and they know, they have solution of the most of the patients, they know like their line of treatment, their practice is amazing. It's not for them, it's like for patients who are searching for these kind of doctors online, to create content for them so that they can search you and come to you. Because it's also like some kind of seva which they can do by creating content
Correct.
online. Yeah.
Yes, yes, they have to think from the patient's point of view. If I'm not doing, I'm doing disservice to myself, right? I'm not
Exactly.
helping. And I believe even in MBBS books, it is always thought like doing seva is the most important thing, right?
Exactly.
And making video is like 10x or 100x seva, right? Because talking to one patient one time only we can talk. Whereas if we make a video, 100 and 1,000 people also can watch it. Yeah,
Exactly. Even like I think even one patient life can be saved. It is like
correct.
that is like win for that particular doctor. Yes.
Right, absolutely. Know that. And what do you think are the future trends, right? Like shaping up the medical clinics, and also how do we retain the patients, right, for the next 5 years? Now, because people come from one clinic, they go to the next clinic, just like a hotels, right? Like we have in one hotel, then we go to the next hotel for the different foods. What they have to do to retain the patients?
So the first point is future trends. So definitely future trend gonna be like in healthcare, the competition will increase more for sure. If any
Hmm.
doctor is not available online, they are not present, they don't have any Google reviews. Because as a patient also, I don't want to go to a doctor who like whose reviews are like 1 star or 2 stars. Like I actually want to go to doctor. Like nowadays I've seen like patients, what they're doing is they are going deep into studying that doctor or studying that treatment, and when they are visiting the doctor they know right questions to ask from the doctor. Here, like the doctor who are not doing marketing, digital marketing at all, like my message to them is to start actually at least getting the Google reviews done. One review, 30 reviews in a month, so it will keep on increasing. That is how, like they can differentiate themselves, because patients are getting smarter. They have, like YouTube videos. All our influencers are like, all the influencers are doing podcasts with doctors, like because that is how a lot of things are now picking up. Initially it was like not there. First thing is, like, definitely they have to get online. Online presence is a must. Second is, what I feel, the trend is about, as I discussed about videos. Video is the future trend. The more you give the information, the more, like you reach out to patient, and the more you will get more patients in future. And how you can create a funnel is also like another thing. For example, a doctor, if they are present on, they have created one, let's say, video sales letter ad. Let's take an example of dermatologist, like a hair transplant surgeon. So in that case, for example, a hair transplant, a cosmetic surgeon, he wants a hair transplant patients. So in that case, top of the funnel, he should create the videos on the pain points of the patient. Like for example, the confidence level of that particular patient is not increasing, or the patient is not getting married on time. So these are the pain points of the patient. So doctor can like note down 10 to 12 pain points, start creating videos on that particular pain points. When they start creating videos on those particular pain points, they should run a small budget meta ad, wherein like they can boost this ad on Facebook and Instagram. And after the boosting, once they have audience, they have built the audience, then they can create a follow-up ad stating like a patient who is having the confidence, less confidence, or who is not getting married, or who is like not happy, having a not happy with themselves, who is not having self-love to themselves. So showing like ad to them, wherein they can create, okay, like again on Facebook and Meta, and sending them to a landing page. And that landing page will carry all their credentials. What are their past case studies, how many patients they have cured, or what is their lead magnet. And once they fill the form, then they can call the patient. And like my request is like, in the first call, I have seen like in the first call people start selling. So that is also the mistake a lot of healthcare are doing. How you can differentiate yourself is, in the first call, let the patient talk. 80% let the patient talk. Like because it is like in a lot of clinics and hospitals where we are working, like initially when I was checking their pitch, telecom was talking to the patient, the counselor was only who was talking to the patient was like sitting like this, okay, okay. And I was like, why your patients are not getting converted? Because you're not listening to the patient. Maybe there are more things he wants to tell you. Maybe there is some hidden challenges which he is facing. Just listen to them, and then, like maximum, just let them talk, and then you say, okay, we don't worry, we have a solution of your problem. These words will work like a miracle for a patient. So I think like these, if anyone wants to differentiate themselves, so if they can follow even these simple things, then they can see like results start coming, and they can feel actually the patient start converting and getting into the clinic.
Absolutely love that. It's all like very simple. Like they have to start collecting more reviews. Google my index, if somebody goes and searches, the more rating someone have, or like the more 5-star reviews, or like whatever it is, people automatically will trust, right? And just like how we order something on Amazon or like
Yeah.
Flipkart, just because of the rating, we just buy that or take that product. We don't even know how the product will be. Just
Right.
because so many people have bought it, we blindly trust that.
Correct. That is actually consumer behavior all across globe. That is how like we shortlist things. Like we never buy things which are having 1 star or 1.5 star, or even like no star. No star is also dangerous. So
Right, right. Yes. And how do basically doctors ask for like a review? Now imagine a patient came, they had 10 minutes consulting, right? Should doctor ask them, give me a review, or like they should have some ward boy or like some nurse or someone after the patient goes out of the clinic, they basically ask them?
so there are
Or
two
like what
things here.
incentive we can give for them, right? Because if they are giving a review, can we give them a free gift like a ebook or like something like that?
Yeah. So there are two things like here. First is a satisfied and a happy patient. Getting review from these patients is very easy. Like I think like doctor should have QR codes all across, even in his OPD billing
Correct.
counters. Like whenever like wherever the patient touch point is there, there should be QR codes. So wherein like for example, the doctor knows like the results are amazing. Doctor just have like in OPD they say okay like your results are amazing. You are also happy. Would you mind giving rating to us? That is one thing. Like if doctor don't want to ask the patient the reviews, then during the billing or during the when patient is checking out and when the patient is going out, the billing or the receptionist can ask, okay sir, like can you give us the review? And in that case doctor can give some small amount of incentive to the receptionist, not to the patient, because here like the motivator should be receptionist to get more reviews done. Because अगर patient को मिलेगा, then receptionist will think like ठीक है, like what I am getting in the end, what is there for me. That is like lot of people's mentality, like
Correct,
why
correct. Yeah,
I get reviews done because it is not in my scope. But like
correct.
what I suggest is if doctor can give some reward or some incentive to the receptionist or to their nursing staff, then definitely reviews can increase. That is for the
Mm.
happy patient. Now come to the patient who are like the negative or the patient who are not happy. And I have seen a problem in India, and correct me if I'm wrong. People give reviews when they are upset. I've
Yes,
never seen whenever someone happy, even like including you and me. No matter
absolutely.
what comes to us, we give.
This is the right question which I have for you, which I have actually put out. This is what a doctor was telling me. Hey Akshay, imagine if I have 100 patients, right, like whom I'm seeing, that one or two patients, see, I have treated 20,000 patients until now. But there will be like certain people, definitely, whatever I tell, the surgery or the technique, what I tell, it's humanly not possible for everyone to get the results. Just
Uh-huh.
because that one person or two people doesn't get results, these people go on fire on Instagram or like LinkedIn, talking he's the fake doctor, the fake clinic, or this thing, right? Now because that will affect their brand reputation of the doctor or like clinic and everything, right? How can a doctor face now in this scenario?
So first of all, like एक negative review या फिर like 1 or 10 negative reviews should not bother you at all, because if you have 100 good reviews, 10 to 12 reviews negative is something like you can accept it, it's okay, it's fine. Because while working with doctors I have realized they get so super anxious, like even if they get one review then I educate them, it's fine. Like one review you are getting negative, that is fine, because you are also not god's avatar wherein you are doing
Correct.
100% perfection of the work. Then like how we can, like if the negative review is coming immediately, I suggest them talk to the patient. If you're able to resolve their issues or queries, then just request them, okay, I'm resolving this, and they will remove the review. And other side, even if you're getting like, one review in a month, like or one bad review in 6, 7 months, that's fine. That is like something which is okay. Now the question is 20,000 patients, if their doctor is having And doctor is now getting conscious, okay, I want reviews of this 20,000 patients. Now the solution here is I have built one app called MediReview, because again this problem is also like came to me, where a lot of doctors, they are very good star doctors, they have patients from last 10, 12, 20 years, they have data, they have connection with those patients, but they're asking Nishu, like out of this 20,000 patients now, I have 100, 120 patients who are negative, like who can give me negative reviews as well. So in that case, we have created one app that is called Medi Review, wherein like it is going as a QR code or as a link to the patient. Patient can click. If it is a negative review, it is going to the doctor email. It is not going on Google. If it is more than like 3 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, it is published on Google. So it is
Wow,
like that is
that's
like what
amazing.
actually like lot of doctors are using it, and it is giving them amazing results. One doctor, like I we sent about on WhatsApp, we sent about 10,000, 15,000 messages. He got 15,000 like 1,500 reviews, that to like 4.5 star rating. That is amazing. Like I think it is a win for him and us as well. Yeah.
Absolutely love that. What's that app name?
Medi Review.
Medi Review. They can download it on Play Store or like Apple
Yeah.
Store, right?
So it's like Medi Review. They can book a demo, and we will send a like there's a kit which will send to them at their address. So it's having QR codes as well. It is having the link as well. It's having a short booklet and a video where they can see with the team. The link is sending to them, like how they can install. It's a very like easy. Anyone, even like a 5-year-old kid can understand like how to use it. It's very easy to
Oh,
do.
wow. That's amazing. Because it becomes easier, it acts as a filtering mechanism what has to be uploaded online or else not, right? And that's how we can actually protect the reputation online. And also we can at a time send all these 10,000, 20,000 customers, asking
Right.
them a review if we have their phone number or like email ID, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
You just need their contact number of on WhatsApp. Rest, like rest, the funnel is there. The patient is getting one message. Then they are, doctor is requesting like for this doctor, what we did is we sent a message. Okay, I'm celebrating my 20-year anniversary in healthcare, and I want
Mm.
your support. Please review me. A lot of patients reviewed with love and with affection as well, because that is what the person is saying. I'm celebrating my 20 years, and it's a small gift from your side to me. So like that kind of message, I think like if we are also getting, we will not we will actually give the review, because that is a hard work or the love the other person is showing or sending to us.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's amazing. And my next question is like, I'm curious for the people who are like doctors, right? Who is now looking to build like an medical clinic or like hospital, and if they want to build a hospital which is worth like 100 crores, right? And then making basically like 10 crores a year, right? Basically, uh, by having that beliefs of like sharing people about like longevity, like right
Yes.
now prevention is like better than cure, right? Like Naveen Jain, Shiva Shankaran, biohacking, like the future, it's all about longevity. And then the natural lifestyle, which
Right.
we both know, like Shubha, like how the sattvic lifestyle, right? Like how to basically follow those things. Now imagine a doctor or like an expert want to open a clinic basically in Bangalore. What will be the step-by-step plan, like which you want to give it to them?
Okay, so for opening a like new clinic in like city like Bangalore, but I because in metro and non-metro it work like very different. But if I talk about Bangalore, like first of all, the location matters a lot. Like
Hmm.
first thing is the doctor should know, like he should do the recce of the location. If there are a lot of clinics, if clutter is lot of like there, and they should avoid doing that. But the new societies, where the new societies are coming up, and the new colonies are also coming up there, where the less competition is there, initially
Correct.
definitely the revenue will be less, but long term, once they have set up their clinic over there, they know like this location, my name will be there around like 5 years down the line, people should know me. Second thing is, because a doctor will find some problem in setting up a clinic in term of operations, because they know medical well. When
Because
it
they
comes
come
to
from huge knowledge background about their subject, right? Whereas the
correct,
business and operation administration, how should they go about?
correct. So that is like what, because we all know in business there are about seven functions. It's not about like, they have to only do the see the patient and
Yes.
go back home. But it's around, it's like about marketing as well. It's about operations, it's about HR, it's about accounts, it's about again like, doing the sales, the telecaller team. So
Yes.
for managing that, like I suggest if they can hire at least like, two to three people. Like one person should be in sales who can handle their sales and marketing. With that, one person should be in operations, because if doctor takes all the headache on their head of operations of like small things, like for example in clinic, water is not there. Now doctor should not run and get the the water bottles for everyone. So they should have one person who is into operations, not a like office boy, but a proper operations guy, so that he can run the show of the running the clinic. So second step, they will be very clear who gonna be the team. And the third thing, like definitely the doctor will get the best equipments, best services. But what I suggest, as you mentioned, people are getting aware more about their health and about prevention. So if any part of them, if any part in the clinic, they can include or collab with someone who is into Ayurveda or who is into naturopathy, that can actually get some footfall for the clinic. Because I've like the researches, search terms are also saying, because we are doing a lot of research. So search terms are also saying people are now shifting from allopathy to Ayurveda, because awareness is now hitting them. After COVID, a lot of people are now like, we had a lot of kara and all rather than having dolo and paracetamol. So the trend is like now changing. So that is like third thing which they can include in their, while starting up the clinic. The fourth thing which I understand is like, because doctor have set up, they have put a lot of money in the clinic, they have hired two to three people also, and doctor knows like in which thing they are best into. They have also collabed with some naturopathy and ayurveda. Now comes to how to get the patients. That is the most important part. And this part I've seen lot of doctors hesitate to spend on marketing. They spend on machines, they spend on a lot of things, because the mindset in India is like जब तक सामने बंदा ना बैठा हो तब तक he's not working. So that
Correct.
like but I suggest lot of doctors this thing is, don't increase your initial if you're setting up your clinic, there are a lot of operation cost already. Already overheads are there. Why you want to hire a entire marketing team and want to increase your overheads again? Rather than that, hire a agency who is expert into healthcare and who understand like what you want, where they want you to grow, and work with them at least for 2 to 3 years. Work with them, tell your like goals. This is my goal, this is my like first month goal, I want these many patients. Second month goal, I want this my clinic to reach to these many people, so that the agency who is working with them and the doctor and the team, entire team, they are working as a team and they are aligned to each other's value and aligned to each other's goals as well. So that is like what I have seen. And the last and the most important thing is reviews, because that is also like a lot of doctors and clinic owners, they are not doing their monthly reviews, they're not checking their P&L. If from day one they are checking how much is their P&L, how much they are getting, and what is their profit and loss, they will definitely build a very big business down the line, like 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. Because the moment they know like they're spending in the right direction, they're spending with the right team, and patients are also satisfied, then they know like okay, up to like chal padega clinic. Usme like there is no then second thought.
Correct. Absolutely. Love that. As what you told, like focus more on like having a lean thing and outsource it to the marketing, to a marketing agency. Have like one operation person and like one sales person, and
Yes, well
basically
thought.
make sure that like basic things are taken care instead of investing too much on the infrastructure and everything. And as you grow, because until like we are able to get leads, having even the best infrastructure won't be helpful, right?
Correct.
People have to know and everything, right? And that's how they'll be able to grow. And the location also, like which is not very famous, and if they go set up there and build a huge brand and everything, people will come to that clinic. Now
Exactly.
that.
Even for the location, they can use one hack. They can go on Google and search about like what their specialty. For example, like a neurosurgeon. They search, okay, best neurosurgeon in so and so area in Bangalore. If the competition is very high, they can go down and see, like if the competition is very high, they can avoid that. But if they see any area where like two or three doctors are there, the competition is low, they can definitely go and reach out to a lot of people over there and see, like going there, is the societies are around, or is the corporates are around, and then see like what is the vibe there. Because that is also like something, a lot of time doctors don't do this. They just go to real estate broker and say like, I want a clinic space. So hence, like I think that can also add a lot of value while searching for a clinic location.
Absolutely, absolutely of that. And how do they basically transition? Because most doctors are like good at whatever they are doing, right? In business, there are so many fields: HR, marketing, sales, operation, finance, uh, all these new things, right? Research and development, management. How can they become good in all these seven things? How should they go about?
So what I think is like they should not get involved into everything. They should not get good because they are a good doctor. So a good doctor, it is not important that good doctor should be a good business owner as well. But yes, that good doctor have to do reviews with the team. That's why I said like one operations guy who can manage their entire headache. Like that operation person should know like who is the processes should be there, so that when new person is joining or a new doctor is joining, for example, a doctor is getting a lot of patient, now they need a second hand. So that person should be aware, like, okay, I have to tell HR to get a new doctor. Or in accounts, if like they have new deals, so they can tell the account department, okay, we are signing up a deal with them. So that person should report to the doctor, and doctor should like get the reviews done on everyday or weekly basis, so that they both are aligned. Because here like a lot of things doctor take on them, and then they see like they get so much stuck and stuff into this thing, like they are hampering their health in the end. So that is like
Absolutely.
processes and
That,
the right team can build a very amazing organization.
absolutely. That's right. Whatever you told, it's rightly said, right? Like having the right team, having the right people in the bus. If they have the right operational person, the right hand for the doctor, it becomes more easier for them to set up.
Correct.
Love that. And Nisha, like if I ask you, like you have helped like so many uh, patients, like so many clinics, hospitals, and everything, right? Can you just share us like what was the strategies, how you are able to achieve like 300 plus patients per month, right? And how you are able to scale this clinics to like over 10 crore revenue in a year?
So basically, like achieving 10 crore in 1 month is something like nobody I think can do, because from 0 to 10 cr is something like it was it is difficult and it is not possible
And
until
usually,
unless
how
the
many
person is
years does it take for like a clinic to get to
yes.
that level? Like,
Yeah. So that is what like when okay, I'll tell you one case study. Let's talk about IVF clinic. So IVF is again like very competitive market, and in IVF also there is lot of competition. So how we have strategized for one of our client is, we sat with them and we have realized like around that clinic there are about 5 IVF centers. We visited each and every center, and we have seen like we visited as a patient, and we have seen like what is their strategy and what is their negative and positive points. We have noted it down, so we went with the doctor team so that they will also understand like but we went as a patient, like one or two people, they went and they understand like what they are doing good and what they are doing bad. At the end we have about 60 pointers for that particular clinic, like what new strategies they can introduce. Like first one was like the mistake which every clinic was doing is, When we were going, we were asking them, okay, what is the cost of IVF packages? They were telling us upfront. Then I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm just here for window shopping. I was not feeling welcomed. I was not like, not told about who is the doctor or what cases you have done. And everyone was telling like about the packages. So then we have done this strategy. We have trained the entire their front end team not to disclose the packages. So like we sat with a doctor and we told them, whatever packages you are having for IVF, just keep it with you. Don't tell to anyone. Like even to first visit to the patient, don't tell them, because those patients are coming for window shopping. Second is, what we have realized is every lead or every patient is maybe not your patient. So that is also we have to segregate between like who is my actual patient, because
Yes.
that is also some of the patients are coming just for negotiation. They are very price conscious. They are just telling, okay doctor, इतना मुझे वहाँ पे इतना मिल रहा है, that there I'm getting 50,000 package, you give me 1 lakh. So like, and also like this also I have tried there. And like, one of the person negotiated to 30,000 rupees of IVF cycle, and I was like, what they are doing? So like, that is also second thing which we have said. No, like price, first is no price, telling to the patient. Second is no discounting policy. and and making all top to bottom understand every patient is not my patient. That clarity should be there. There will be some patient who are coming for price. Let them like, just tell them, okay, we don't have any policy of telling the price. We have the policy of educating you. First we will understand you more, and then we'll talk about the pricing. So that is like second thing which we have done, and it actually worked very well. The third thing is like, we went all in means we have worked on the website for the SEO. We started working on the Google My Business, wherein aggressively, it's not about agency only worked, but also the people on the other side. They have like three coordinators, one coordinator who was working with us, one coordinator who was like talking to the patients, and one coordinator who was taking reporting of these two people. So three coordinators, we were like, there was a routine. We were meeting every day for 15 minutes on Zoom call and discussing कि आज का दिन कैसा गया, just discussing about it, like how was today. And that was like a game changer again, because when they were telling their problems, because one was counselor who was talking to patients, then it was helping us to creating amazing ads. Then second person was telling like, okay, when I was like working with a doctor, then I have realized like doctor have said these points very well. We can introduce this thing into our website or into our video, next video which is coming up. So that is like again like, and hence like we have created a repository of entire like, the video ideas, the things from the coordinators, because they are the first hand people who are talking to the patients. So that actually like a win strategy for us, which we have implemented on website, on social media, even on ads. There was one you can say one language we were talking in on the entire thing. That was, we are ethical practice, and we are very transparent into communication. So that actually worked very well for this clinic. And the last thing is tracking. Tracking is very important. Again, a lot of hospitals and doctors are failing to do that tracking. Like, even if they just ask the agency, okay, तुमने इतना लगा दिया, I'm not getting anything, but they fail to track the leads. Like, actually, one particular lead, what they answered, why they have not turned up. Going into that depth is also something which can actually help us to in generating more and more leads. And even like we have trained the telecaller, it's okay if you have booked the appointment and the patient is not turning up. Just like keep on going. Just don't sit on one particular patient. Just keep on doing. We were providing a lot of leads to that particular clinic, and we were telling them like just keep ball rolling so that we can achieve the numbers month on month. And weekly, the doctor was also coming on call with us, and we were discussing like this is what we have achieved. These many patients have already came. Now let's go to other next step. Then we have slowly scale up their campaign. I remember we have started their ads with 800 rupees per day on Google Ads. Today we are running a like 20,000 rupees per day, and like we are handling about 1 crore of their monthly ad spend, which the doctor was saying कि नहीं ये बहुत हो
Wow.
जाएगा. Now like he is giving upfront कि okay, like I want more patients to come. That is like all about mindset change as well, because we have provided them the results, they trusted the agency as well. And it is like teamwork. It's not like agency hai ya fir wo hai. We worked actually as like partners. So that is like something which empower my team also, their team also. And yeah, that is actually work. We are working with every client as a partner only.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. It's all like first we have to do the market research, how
Right.
what other people are doing, then figure out what are the best strategies, what are the not working strategies, like funnel hacking, right? And
Correct.
trying to understand what's working instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, and then brainstorm the ideas, and then go and implement those things, right?
Correct.
And slowly, gradually scale with the Facebook ads. Eventually, we'll be able to get like to how many ever patients we want, right?
Right. Right.
Love that. And this is the next question. What I have is like, how can doctors improve the conversion rates, right? Like this IVR calls. Now, basically, if they're making a video on YouTube or like Instagram Reel, like they would have told, okay, call to this number or like message me, right?
Mm.
Now, what I heard from one of the doctors, like basically the medical clinic owner, is he told 99% of the leads who come are like junk kind of thing. They just want to speak or like they want to get an advice or something like that. Now, how can we convert that free leads to basically paid? Like, what should we tell them in order for them to actually pay for the consulting, whether it is whatever the price, 500, 1000, whatever it is, right? How can we make them as the paid client?
So first of all, like definition of junk is getting misused in our country, because junk lead is something like what I feel junk lead is who does not require treatment, or who is not a patient, who is just saying okay like galti se number mil gaya, or I have not inquired at all. Those are the junk leads. But where the patient intention is to get the treatment done, but in that case maybe junk is something the patient is price conscious, that cannot be done, that is invalid lead. Second thing which I felt is yes, like there's a hack of converting an invalid lead to a patient. That is like what they can do is when like when for example the telecaller is picking the call, again the mentality of 80% telecaller is कि मुझे अपॉइंटमेंट बुक करनी है. Once they will get rid of this mindset from booking an appointment to a mindset कि I have to provide value to this patient who is calling me. I have to solve his issues. Then you see the number of OPD increases, because that is like what is the pain point of about, you can say, 70 to 80% of people in India who are running campaigns. I'm sure like a lot of agencies also agree with me, wherein they are giving leads to the client and client is saying यार leads तो बेकार है, patient तो आए नहीं. And in the end like there is no revenue generated, and an agency is fighting with the doctor saying कि नहीं हमने leads तो दे दी ना, like our work is done because we have already give you the leads. So that is like fire. I've seen like that is the tug of war in both the agency and the doctor, because that side they are saying leads, and this side they are saying leads we are giving but we are not able to convert the patient. So a message to both of them is, first is this side definitely doctor have to work closely with the telecaller and understand is actually the junk lead. Even if the patient can come to the clinic, or if the patient is like 20 kilometer of radius of clinic, we can call the clinic, we can call them to the clinic. I'm very sure the patient in India have capacity of paying 1,000 rupees per OPD, because they have problem. Even like in our office, the office boy, his son like he went to one of the OPD. I just asked him like how much doctor charge. He said 1,000 rupees. If he can afford, then I'm sure like people can afford. They are just looking for the right kind of doctor and someone who can understand their issue. So my first thing is like they should segregate. They should go deep into like junk lead definition. Is actually
Got
it
it.
is junk lead, and if it is not, then they can divide. Okay, junk lead may be like what patient is saying. Is the patient saying they have never inquired, and if the patient is not there, then it is junk. If the patient is saying okay, I want treatment but I don't have money, maybe it is an
Mhm.
invalid. We can bifurcate again. Then if a patient is saying, okay, I want treatment from you, but you are costly, then the patient is definitely valid. We just have to get the patient once come to the clinic, talk to a doctor, and then the decision will be all to the patient. And nowadays, like a lot of EMI schemes, healthcare insurance are there, like patient can redeem and they can reimburse. So these kind of things, if telecallers start, implementing in their tele sales, definitely patient will feel empathic. They will say, okay, like 10 clinics have told me कि नहीं हमारे मतलब हमारी यही appointment है and this is our timing, and then shutting the call, but other is person is calling with me with like very empathetically, wherein like what in patient what want, they just want to listen one thing कि तुम ठीक हो जाओगे, that's it.
Hmm.
Even if someone is saying come to us you will be cured, that is something which patient said okay, मतलब वहीं पे ही पेशेंट को लगेगा कि यही क्लिनिक है जो मुझे ठीक करेगा.
Just that one word, that magic, right?
Right.
All they want is that trust. Okay. Like basically, people have this mindset: how much ever money, let it go, but I want to cure, right? Imagine if someone has cancer, right? He doesn't Google's who is the cheapest doctor whom I have to show this thing, right? They
Exactly.
search for the best doctor, the best, most experienced person, no matter how much money it goes. Like, I just have to be saved, right? That is
Yeah.
what ultimately the goal of a patient is.
Now you tell me one thing, like government of India have introduced so many schemes, like Ayushman Bharat is there, even ESI, CGHS is there. Like why patient will fill the form on Facebook? If they know
Hmm.
like government is there, they can go to civil hospital or government hospital like AIMS and they can get the cure done in like 50 rupees OPD. Why they are filling the form? Because maybe they have money somewhere, but they're not showcasing. They are not having that trust. Same like okay, they are not building up the trust with a private hospital or doctor. So hence, like I think the if anyone can work on this simple thing, then definitely the OPD will increase. On the second hand, my message to the agencies is because agencies what they keep on doing is they keep on putting fingers on doctors. तुम लोग convert नहीं कर पा रहे हो. We are generating leads, and they keep on nudging their telecallers, saying like she's not good enough, she's not generating conversions for you. So in that case, I've seen like a lot of agencies they actually don't know how to run the meta ad. They just make one creative and run the ad, and they are getting actually 250, 300 leads, but they're junk for doctor. Definitely it's junk means patient does not want any treatment. It's like someone from their family have filled it like by default or by mistake. So that is what like my message to agencies, if you are creating any marketing campaign, because healthcare is different from other brands, like e-commerce is very different and manufacturing is very different. Healthcare requires that certain specialization. If they are working on any ad, just go and create ad which patient will understand in the pain points. So definitely in ads, there will be like 10 to 20% junk leads. But if they work on the funnel beautifully, then definitely, it's a win-win for both the parties.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. It's all about like serving them. If we are able to serve them properly, they will come to us. And uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all about numbers, right? Like the more people they are able to get in the funnel, like the more they can actually help and serve,
right.
right? And my next question is like, how can we grow the hospital beyond just a personal brand and making it recognizable, trusted on a large scale? And one problem, what I have seen, many doctors also are telling who are having clinics, patients want to come to only that main doctor or the head doctor, right? Like imagine he's a bone specialist, right? He's the main doctor, and there are subordinates or like junior doctors under him, 5 10 doctors. Patients are like, I want to speak to the main doctor only, even though other junior doctors also can solve that, right? How can we tackle that situation?
So first thing is like for the doctor who's a star doctor who's recognized enough, a patient wants to talk to them is that means doctor have done good work. Doctor
Correct.
knows, doctor have case studies, and doctor have presented also somewhere so that when patient is coming, they're saying, okay, I want that doctor because doctor that means doctor done very good personal branding, and everyone wants to talk to them. Doctor have good results as well. So in
Yes.
that case, if a hospital is there and junior doctors are there, so that doctor also can empower their junior doctors by creating their own personal brand, by educating them also how they can create their personal brand. Because that is how, like, otherwise all the patients will keep coming to him or her stating like
Hmm.
मुझे तो आप ही को दिखाना है. So rather than that, if the star doctor can empower their junior doctors and create a team wherein they know like this is my team and this is my tribe, wherein if I'm doing a personal branding or I'm educating them how I have become like what I am today, and educating them, then they will also like get empowered. They can also like see a lot of patients, and hence like it's again it's increasing the hospital revenue in the end. And apart from that, I think for making a on a larger scale, what brands or hospital can do is any hospital which work on creating their community nowadays. Community building is something which is like in healthcare it's missing somewhere. But
Correct.
those hospital like big hospital like Apollo, Max, even Medanta, they worked on creating their communities. And once there's any small hospital, if they start working on their community, providing the community some value in form of like health cards are there nowadays, like prepaid cards have also introduced. So if they start empowering their community, providing the education, information, I'm not saying like going in the community and doing only free health checkups. That is like something which is it was 10 years back, but something new which people will also resonate to. So that is like something which actually can help a brand to become a bigger brand. And nowadays like digital is everything. If a person, like if I take example of Christian Care, they become big only from digital marketing. They have run ads, they are running like lot of, they're doing a lot of PR, they're doing a lot of again SEO. So a lot of things they have actually implemented in the right direction. So even like
Absolutely.
Practo, like they're also like one of the example of building a brand through digital marketing. So like yeah, in a larger scale, if you want to go larger scale, first if they can work on community, and second they have to put all in rather than having mindset like marketing में बहुत ज़्यादा जाएगा. It's better I will not do marketing now. I will delay marketing. Rather than that mindset, just start doing marketing and then see the results like where it is taking you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. It's all about like building the brand and also making sure that even the junior doctors, we telling them also to start making content, post some
Yes.
content on Instagram, YouTube, and everything. And eventually, once they also become leader, patients basically search for them, right? Okay, I also want to
Yeah.
get help from them, right? Love
Even
that.
social proof work for a lot of doctors, like wherein if they can add patient case studies, patient testimonials, if
Hmm.
the junior doctors can start doing that part as well, that will also
Absolutely.
like nurture a lot of
Right.
reviews and a lot of positivity.
Yes, and I believe for doctors it's more about they have to showcase their results, right? Because when we meet a doctor, we don't even know how many degrees they have, how many certificates, how much marks they got. We don't go and ask them, right? How much marks you got in MBBS or like MD. We just ask about how famous they are on the social media or in the world, right? Based on that, people get that perception, right? How much results they have got, results talks, right?
Correct. Even I think like the most important part here also is, as you mentioned, yes, results are definitely important for the doctor. Apart from that, what I felt is lot of like, because healthcare is a very small community, right? Every doctor knows other doctor. So even if they share what success stories they were having, or how they become successful, or how what worked for them, if they can share out to their peers, that will also work, because that is again like giving back what you have learned as a star doctor, what you did like extraordinary, what others are not doing, so that they can also get empowered.
Absolutely, absolutely, that's right. And issue, if I were to ask you like what is the most overlooked aspect of marketing for like doctors and clinics?
There are like for overlooked, if you're asking me aspect of marketing, it covers both offline and online marketing. So what
Right.
I think, like in online, they are like, as you mentioned, doctors are not having time for marketing. They're not giving like, they're thinking like only posting some carousel or images is social media. So that is also something like which I have seen a lot of clinics and doctors are failing. They are not able to grow on social media, and they are thinking like their agency is not doing good enough because they are not putting effort from their side as well. So like that is like one of the aspect which I have seen, like video marketing is what is taking for granted, and a lot of people are ignoring it. Second, for traditional marketing, what I, and also like one more powerful tool is WhatsApp marketing. WhatsApp marketing is some like, as I mentioned earlier, Google reviews is something like people are not, like it's actually magical. If someone is, even if a doctor is not having any budget, I request them, even if they start doing Google reviews, 2 reviews a day, they see the results. They see like patient walking in, and then like definitely they'll say, okay, this is working in the right direction. Once they get that confidence, okay, marketing will work for me, and then they'll start working on other things. And secondly, for traditional marketing, what I felt is, because traditional is also not, it's fully I think wipe off. There are some part of traditional marketing which doctors and clinics can give input into, like if they can plug in even the simple technique of getting their right branding in the neighborhood. Like for example, if my even if I'm my clinic around 5 kilometer of radius, if I'm putting the branding of my clinic in the right direction with a directional board, the clinic outside branding should be such a way, it should be like 10 clinics are there but my clinic is visible because of my board, because of my the placement of totem outside the clinic. That is also investment, but that is an investment for someone who is crossing that road. For example, if my clinic is into some busy area, even if like 100 people can see my board and it's having recall, then what is the harm in that? So that, these are the things which I think a lot of doctors and clinics they are overlooking. They are just calling some vendor and saying like यहाँ पे board लगा दो मेरे clinic के बाहर, and they are just putting the sun board or the flex, but it is not, again, will not result anything. It's better you will not put anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. Nishu, like, what will be your advice, right? Why should basically doctors start a podcast, right? And what are its benefits? Because I was speaking to some of the doctors who are still studying. They are like, I have exams, right? And when I speak to like older doctors, like they are telling, hey, that's all like technology, right? Like how to use it, how to do it, we don't know. What is the importance of podcast? And you tell us, in India, how many doctors are there total, and how many are actually even doing podcast? What is the unfair advantage they can get if they start right now?
So the first thing is, podcast is a concept which is new in India, but if I go international and abroad, it's like very well there. Like 2 to 3 years back, people started doing podcast. Podcast was in the form of, first the audio podcast were there, but now the video podcast are there. I have seen in India lot of creators, like I mentioned, like Rash Himani, Bare Biceps. They have already like inviting doctors in their podcast. There is a
Yes.
reason of inviting them. So the reason is because the searches on YouTube about people searching for specific diseases is have increased. And when the search term increases, that means a lot of people are now starting searching about that topic. Like for example, I've seen like recently a lot of diabetic videos are there, a lot of podcasts, like Dr. Paul is also making a lot of content on diabetic gut health. So I was like thinking there is some strategy behind it. Then I came to know like maybe festival season is coming, that's why a lot of diabetic content is getting created. Apart from that, the creators who are creating, they understand the YouTube algorithm very well. Down the line, 6 months, 1 year, healthcare podcast gonna be the next game changer. Because podcast is one thing, education podcast is there are a lot of podcasts on business owners, like Nitin Kamath is doing, where is
Correct.
like Nikhil Kamath is doing, wherein he's calling like a lot of entrepreneurs and doing the podcast with them. But there's no one who is doing into healthcare specifically. So in
Right.
healthcare, but I think even if doctor is starting today, it's not late. Just start. Even the big hospitals, they have not started. I have seen like podcast by Fortis. but it is very technical. It's like very, medical, which they are doing podcast. Even if a doctor can start a podcast wherein they're educating, they're calling some, moderator who is like, who can just ask the questions and they will answer. They can become like big in down the line, like 1 year, because that is what people are now watching. They're not reading like website blogs, they are going to YouTube, watching the podcast, and that is how you can build your authority in your community. So I think like
Absolutely.
podcasts are very, it's a must for a lot of doctors who are already star doctors. I will not suggest podcast for new doctors as of now, because as of now for new doctors they should focus on getting themselves on YouTube and on Instagram. So that is like one thing for star doctors who already have a lot of passion about their about their vision. They have already achieved a lot of things in their life, because patient wants to listen from them what this doctor is saying about this particular topic. So like that is like my message, and that is what, like, if doctors can start doing it today as well, they can see benefit down the line. 1 year or 2 years they can blow up. Like a lot of content creators can start also calling them in their shows.
Right, right, absolutely. Because I truly believe when nobody is doing, if they do it, they have big unfair advantage. I think
Exactly.
India has 12 lakhs or 16 lakhs, I believe, like
Yeah.
around more than a million people, right? Doctors,
Right.
practitioners. Now, if we see in each industry, right, like child specialist, dermatologist, skin specialist, bone specialist, there are not even dozen podcast in each thing,
Yeah.
right? And if they do it, they have like huge advantage, right?
Right.
In 100,000 people, hardly 10 people are doing, right? And they can blow up on the internet, right?
Correct.
People will watch it, and then even if they are somewhere far, they can still do like online consulting. Now imagine
Exactly.
the patient is
Exactly.
in Delhi and the clinic is in Bangalore, and I believe the future looks like more like virtual. Do you agree with it or not? After COVID,
Yeah.
we all saw that into like reality.
So I've also seen like future is telemedicine.
Hmm.
Already like hospitals, big hospital have started integrating the telemedicine in their like day-to-day working. But yes, telemedicine is something like patient is sitting anywhere through by putting like VR and on their face, like it seems like we are sitting in front of doctor and interacting with the doctor. Like it's more natural. It will go more natural, and definitely telemedicine plus VR is can be the future. And I think future is not that far. It's here in front of us.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. And that's what the big takeaway for everyone is. Every doctor who is like expert, who wants to share their message, who already knows what you're doing. If you want to learn, if you want to share, start your podcast, right? Before that, start creating content, right, on
Right.
Instagram, YouTube, so that your camera phobia, all those things is like gone, and then eventually you can start your podcast.
Yeah.
Love that.
Even like I suggest podcast, go to a studio, then record a podcast. Do it like with initially you start working, you do it with the people you know in your industry, and then like create a podcast once in a month. Even once in a month will be a good start, and then you scale it up like two in a month or three in a month then. But once in a month podcast is something like, even like it will help you to create a lot of Instagram reels from one podcast or 1 hour discussion.
Absolutely. And that's what, when I was recently seeing Ranveer Alhabadya also was telling the shotgun method or something from one podcast, they're uploading 10 or 20 reels. They are like firing everywhere on like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Overall, cumulatively, more reach, the more awareness, the more knowledge they are sharing, the more famous they are, and the more visibility they also get. Right?
Exactly.
Ul- Ultimately,
Even
it's all
if
about
you're
like
camera
showing up.
shy, even if you're camera shy, podcast is best. 1.5 hour shooting, 20 reels, 1 hour episode, and you are set for the entire month.
Right. And it's has so many unfair advantages, right? Like posting one-time content with evergreen on like YouTube, then can be converted as a post format on LinkedIn, Instagram, right? Like a book. There are so many things, right? They just have to start. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And
Just
my
start.
next Yeah, awesome. And my next question is like, how do we run ethical without relying on commission for referrals? Because I saw like medical clinics and hospitals, they're telling, like they're relying so many on other middlemen for the referrals and like commission. What they can do so that they are able to rely more on themselves and get still more uh, patients.
One answer: marketing. If they start marketing, because a lot of people, I know a lot of medical tourism companies as well. What they do is they're running campaigns on the name of doctor only. So if
Yeah,
they're running
that's
the
one.
campaign in Kenya or in Nigeria from the like on the name of doctor only, it's better like if you start your marketing in that those particular country from where you are getting the patient, or those particular locations from where you're getting the patients. At least that patient is directly getting in touch with you without paying the middleman. Even because patient also have to pay, like to this medical tourism companies, they're also taking some cuts. So it's better like if doctor know, okay, this is my country, from there I'm getting the patients, rather than paying to the middleman, they can get the patients from there. And in healthcare, word of mouth works very well.
Absolutely. If they give the best service, that person will tell to his family, friends, and everyone, and they are just going to come to them. Right?
Exactly.
Love that. And when it comes down to this AI, many people are like freaking out this AI, right? What it will take away the jobs of doctors or what? Because everybody is like getting afraid, right? How they can use this to in fact amplify whatever they are doing and take their healthcare clinic or like hospital to the next level. And is there a way they can create images like videos using AI, like explanatory videos, and then share it with your patients?
Right. So what I think is like definitely AI is a blessing for all of us, in specifically in healthcare, because in healthcare, what was happening is, for example, I'm not a medical student, right? But
Yep.
now I have a partner like ChatGPT or Gemini. They are there. Whenever there is any medical thing or medical content, we are just sending it to ChatGPT for the evaluation, like whether this is medically correct or not. So first is definitely like a lot of doctors can use this thing, wherein when they want to, for example, they want to create a content for their script for their videos, or content for their Instagram, or let's say podcast questions for their next upcoming podcast. They can introduce, like they can write, but they should know how to write the right prompt. That is the all, like that is the main thing, because everyone
Asking
knows
the
like
right questions is the key. Yeah,
right questions, like even to the like the agent, AI agent, you should know like what questions, what prompt is there. So once they ask the right prompt to the chat gpt, they will get the right answers. And also, like I suggest if they can humanize it in some way, that will be like definitely they can use it in all the communication. Second is by using like mid journey, Delhi AI. There are a lot of image generation. Even Runway ML is like very good tool. Wherein a lot of clinics, how they can leverage is they can buy these tools, they can give it to their coordinators, like so that like they can now create good videos from, like as I mentioned, from one podcast you're able to get 20 reels. There's a AI who can create your 20 reels in one go. You just upload your 1 hour content over there, and your entire thing can be published in seconds. And the third thing, as I mentioned earlier, doctor AI avatar, like wherein doctor is sitting somewhere, they are maybe sleeping or chilling, but their videos are getting generated by AI using Hagen and by 11 Labs, and it is getting posted as well by a lot of content studio, like apps like Content Studio, Creator Studio. So it is like they just know like which AI to use where. Like Medi Review is also one of the AI which we have. It is working like AI only, sending 20,000 messages to patients, but getting only positive reviews on Google. Rest is going on email. That is also like some sort of SaaS product which we have made. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Love that. It's all about they have to take initiative, and most of the tools are like free. ChatGPT, the Gem AI, and even Midjourney. I think they have to pay $10, $15. right?
Yeah.
And they are like some are free, some are like little bit paid. If they want like higher, better access, they just have to start, right? With that, they can speed up the process to the next level.
And what I think is doctors should not know how to use AI. They should know how to do surgery.
Correct.
Let tell okay, maybe like you have learned somewhere something new. You can share with with your agency. Okay, this piece of content I really like. If you can build something on that, because when doctors start putting their energies into learning AI, it's like I think wastage of their time. They should focus on
Correct.
how to get the patient fixed or surgery part.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's rightly told, right? Doctor, like you do your work, right? Your team marketing people will do the marketing work. It's like imagine if someone tells, I have the money to construct house, it doesn't mean we are going to learn how to cut the wood and,
Yeah.
uh,
Yes.
mix the sand and cement, right? We just
Yes.
find out who is the architect and like who is the mason, right? And bring the right electrician, bring the right carpenter, and they will do the work, right? Just
Correct.
become good at what you're doing and outsource everything. If you try to do
Exactly.
everything, you'll become overwhelmed and like over paralyzed. You
Exactly.
cannot grow. Yeah.
Just work
So,
on serving patients. Secondly, making videos. And
yes.
third, review. If you do these three things, the things will be
Right.
like,
Yes, they have to know the metrics. What is the output, right? Like if electrician comes, what does he do, right? Like they have to know the main high-level bird's view so that they can tell them, hey, okay, do fix the light here, right? So that it looks good and everything, right?
yes.
Just tell them and they do their work. Right?
Correct.
That. And my next question is like, as we talked about the natural lifestyle, right? Even you have met
Yeah.
Shubha, Harsh, like you are being learning from them. And imagine if somebody has to adopt those things, right? This natural medicine, because most people trust this allopathy medicine because that Hippocrates told like that is the main thing. Put these on medicines and so it this thing. Now this natural lifestyle, sattvic lifestyle, and very few people know that, right? How can one trust? Because recently I was seeing diabetics, someone was telling reverse diabetics, right? Don't take medicine, like cure it like naturally. That's like very controversial kind of thing, right? It's an outsider point of view. Only 1% people are trying out those things. Now,
Mhm.
when a clinic owner or like someone is like building in that terms, how can one basically make other person understand him, and even if like this also something like this exists and people get results?
So I think like no, now the trend is changing from definitely a lot of people started believing in Ayurveda naturopathy more because after COVID the trend is changed. So if like any if the clinic owner or any doctor, if they can combine both, like for example, definitely they can give medicine for cure, because some of the things can't be like cancer is something like, if people can follow good lifestyle, good diet with naturopathy, so they can be it will enhance, actually it will help them to having less toxin in their body, so that like whatever medicine or whatever they are having, like for example even they are eating food, it is going to the like it will observe, and it will observe in a better direction, and it will help them to cure early. So that is the benefits of like getting the allopathy and naturopathy both. So I think like lot of now the trends, because lot of getting people are getting aware, they are moving towards preventive care, and that is
Correct.
like behavior of a lot of generation like you and me. We also like we don't want to get sick. That's why like if I talk about me, I'm doing yoga every day, meditation, I believe in
Nice.
that. I believe in intermittent fasting and good nutrition every day. I'm very conscious in eating no sugar from last 5 years. So I
Wow.
think like people are getting aware about these things, because I don't want to end up like getting sick and then eating the allopathy medicine, and then I think like they are something which are not good for my body. And that is like what the research also say. The pharmacy companies, when they are creating this allopathy medicines, they are creating for their benefit, for the addiction, because our body will get addicted. That is what I have seen. Like when I was having some body pain, I used to take like this medicine, Comiflame or Dolo. I was getting that, but now I'm getting aware. Whenever I'm having any pain, I'm just relaxing, or I'm having more food or good diet. I'm drinking more water. So I think like people getting aware. So if any healthcare can combine these both things, it will be win for them. It's not now only allopathy. It's about getting cured by like. Recently one of the person was telling he get cure his hernia by right breathing. He was not
Wow.
breathing the right way, and it was like very you can say like it was like out of I was just I kept on thinking the entire day like how someone get cured. Like it take like I'm sure 3 to 4 months, but we were not breathing in the right direction. So I was thinking I was taking my breathing for granted. After that day, now I'm learning like how to, be a conscious breather, how to take, breathing also something which is in my everyday routine, right breathing. So that is like something which is helping me. I'm sure like a lot of people out there also wants to learn about this thing, so that prevention is something. So it can be win-win for if someone introduce these both the concepts.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's so important to have that natural lifestyle, this thing, and if they're able to adopt it, right, like they will be able to give better results for the patients because someone don't need like Dolo or like some antibiotic because it also kills good bacteria and everything, right? 80% first try to treat it with natural this thing, lifestyle, this thing, with the right changes. And still, if we cannot do, maybe if someone hits with an, someone is hit with an accident, they want like allopathy kind of medicine to stop the
Right.
blood or like fracture or everything. It goes hand in hand, right? And they just have to educate that and like help you tell people, right? Like if you directly jump into allopathy, it's going to spoil your health. Also, make
Yeah.
sure that do whatever you can naturally, right? In that way, when the patient also is more happy, right?
Even like lot of you can also go on Google and search. A lot of health and wellness centers are opening up, and they've already
Mm.
opened. So there is a reason about that, like because health and wellness is something now people are not taking for granted. They are getting serious, they are getting conscious, and people are on their journey. Like and about you can also search about sugar free products.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I can see every product is having now no sugar free or protein rich. This is their advertisement, like they are doing. But there is a logic also why they are doing, because the research is saying if people are getting conscious. So if like in healthcare, if someone is into healthcare, they should get this signal and start implementing this into their like day to day routine, so that their patients will get value out of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that it's all about not taking the sugar. In fact, sugar is the slow poison. In fact, Naveen Jain also, when I met
Yeah.
him 3 4 years back, he was telling even he doesn't take sugar. And when I met Peter Diamond this last July in New Delhi, he was telling he doesn't even touch sugar. Right? I was like, oh my god, in India, people in coffee, tea, everything they eat like so much sugar, and this guy is telling I won't even touch sugar in anything, right? Because sugar, like that education is not still there, right?
Yes.
And if people are able to adopt to those things, like people, that's how education. I think even the food farmer when he started that label Padega India, right?
Right.
He educated so many people. It all it's so important, right? Like eating the natural, this thing and everything.
Right, definitely. Even before our call, I was talking to one of the diabetologists, and like actually we were brainstorming some of the ideas. So I told her like, why can't you start a holistic, rather than like just giving a consultation to your patient of a diabetic patient, just start doing some holistic kind of lifestyle for them. So I suggest her include in your consultation three things. One is definitely educating them about the diabetes, like what needs to be done, or how much insulin they have to put. Second is include some diet conscious, because people are not aware. Like even in diabetes you can eat like one mango a day is fine. Like people are not aware, like they actually stop even the like zero sugar, they go to zero sugar. And say a third thing is I told her like to educate people on lifestyle, because patients are not aware like मेरे को अपना lifestyle कैसे करना है, because these are the people who are not that educated but now they want to get aware about this thing. So I told her like let's create one package wherein these three things can be included. Plus you start doing like one breathing exercise, like you tell them come to the clinic, let's do breathing exercise together, because breathing के ऊपर कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा. Breathing is very important, but nobody is like no doctor is actually talking about breathing. She said like that is not my domain. I said okay, hire someone for like you who can do come on Sunday and help your
Right.
patient get like better by breathing. I said like if your patient results will improve, definitely they will talk to 10 others and they will give you like more results. So I think like
Right.
that can help a lot of doctors and clinics as well.
Right, absolutely. They should also have that open mind collaborations more than competition, right? And imagine what are the other things what they can do if they have like a clinic. Can they invite some naturopathy
Hmm.
experts to give a talk maybe once in a week, either through Zoom or like physically, right? Something more, something extra. If they keep on serving the patients and the community, they will be able to create that huge impact.
Ah, yeah. They will definitely become the loyal customer. They know, like, this person is providing me a lot of value. I'm gonna not leave this doctor.
Yeah, right. And that's how I believe for every family doctor also, because of the trust, anyone who has any problem, they go to that doctor, right? Hey, he's our doctor, go to him, right?
Correct.
Because of that trust and that. And my next question is like for the healthcare professionals considering an entrepreneurial route, what are the most important qualities they should actually cultivate both in medicine and like basically in business?
So for healthcare professionals nowadays, like there is a lot of avenue wherein they can start their business. It's not about only marketing, but a lot of other like care manager is one of the thing which is actually trending in India, and a lot of companies are looking for care managers. Wherein like if they can provide value. Second is like home care services are trending a lot. Like if for example if a person is good in networking and they have good connections with nursing staff or other GDAs, even like they have physiotherapy network, so they can start home care services. That is like also one of the thing. The next thing which is trending in India for healthcare professionals is assisted living, wherein like if they have space, if they have money, if they can create like one like they have money for real estate, if they can like open rooms like let's say 10 rooms or 20 rooms for senior citizens, because senior citizens is something they want, like they are okay, they don't have any health problem, but the only thing is they're alone at their home or their kids are like outside. They just want assisted, like they want someone to assist them. So that is like there are very few competitors over there, but now competition will increase, they can also get their route. But one thing, when I started my this journey, I remember like on that day, I told myself there will be not any plan B. I was so committed. I said like, okay, this is plan B, plan A, and this have to be there. I will not go for a job like whatever it will take. I will have to make this happen. So that mindset also have to be there. Like you should not think कि यार मैं job में सही था, business में तो बहुत like there is lot of headache on business, because
Right.
business will demand your time. Business will demand like lot of things initially. It will like you will not be able to spend lot of time with your family, there will not be 9 to 6. But after 5 years, when you see your journey, you will feel proud of yourself, stating like I have come so far, like, and this is like what was my dream. And I've also seen like lot of people, they have this mindset कि peer pressure, I call it peer pressure. उसने खोला है, I can also open my startup, because
Yes.
startup is something which is a new fashion. People just
Correct.
want to put on their LinkedIn profile, I'm a startup founder. So if like you want to become a startup founder, so I think no, it's not a like it's not a platform. I believe in three things, three P's, which I always introduce or whenever I start something new, I ask myself. So first thing is like first P is what is my purpose of doing it? If from inside you know like okay this purpose is serving me and will serve others, then yes it is for you. The second P is progress. Like just like when you know your purpose you start like just in your mind just visualize like what progress you want to do with this purpose. Like even the I think visualization will give you a lot of things. If you're thinking your purpose is to earn money, then you will like progress with these things. So I think like you're disconnected with yourself. You should know your purpose. You should know you are like you're not just stagnant. You know the progress will happen year or year, month on month. And the third P is like asking the questions to your like when once you have asked the questions to yourself about the purpose, you know the perfection. Now the third is plan A. That is the like last. If you know कि यही मेरा plan A है, इसके अलावा like I will not this is what I will commit for and this is what I want for from my life and there is no plan B, then yes you are fully committed and then you can start working on your startup and you can start your entrepreneurship journey, not in the pressure of other people but like from your heart this is meant for me.
Absolutely, absolutely love that. We just have to ask ourselves, being authentic, based on our own understanding when is the best time. And like then we have to basically go and start their own medical clinic or like hospital, and that's how they can impact more people. Now that. And now, Nisha, I'll ask you like rapid round questions. Are you ready for it? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
That's
Now, my first question is like, does a life partner play an important role in the career and in health also?
yes, life partner is very important. If the life partner is lazy, then you will not be like you will also get super lazy because that is how you both should be at the same page. If your mindset is positive and the other mindset is negative, that person is giving you negative vibes again and again, then life partner will suck you in the end.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Absolutely. The next question is, what are your top three favorite books which you will recommend for doctors or medical clinic owners to grow their clinics or the hospitals?
So I think like one of the book which I like my favorite from my mentor Rajiv. So Lead and Lead is something like if they will read, they will come to know about how to run a successful business. That is about that. Second is book by Gary Vee, like that is Crushing It. That is amazing book. It will give you a lot of values on like how a right marketing can be done and how like how you can build a business which will be which can run without you and how you can make yourself mind the mindset should be also positive and your body should also be aligned to the business and how you'll make your environment positive. Yeah.
Oh,
And the third
amazing.
one is like for definitely one of my very close, that is about awakening. Like that is actually not linked with any you can say marketing, but that is awakening, like awakening about your life by Sidra Jafri. So that is also very important book, and I think everyone must read it because it will change your mindset, how you are operating with the people around you and with your patients as well.
Amazing, amazing. Uh, First book, like the Gary Vee, like Rajiv Talreja, and third is like Awaken, right? Awesome. And if I were to ask you, what's your top biggest learning from your mentors, right? And I believe Rajiv Talreja also is your mentor. And I'm also curious to know. I saw your stories on Instagram, some expeditions. You all went to some desert or like some place, right? How was that experience?
So yes, like actually, there are a lot of learnings which I have done like from my mentors. Is I have like mentors in my all the spaces of my life. I have one health coach. She's helping me out for workout regime. She's following up for my meditation every day I'm doing or not, and she's also giving me diet charts to follow. So that I'm very grateful and full gratitude to her. Second, like I have a coach in my wealth as well. So that person is actually teaching me like where to invest my money, so that like the money which we are having today, that can also grow with time. The third part of my life, definitely business, where Rajiv is there, who's helping me out. I have another business like agency coach who is also working with us, Avi Arya. So like he's helping us in creating the strategies, like how I can build a scale up my agency. So like Rajiv is my business coach and even my life coach. He's more like now I have done so much of work on myself. Like I'm actually grateful to both of them. Then I have some like recreation is also important part for us. So they're like we have one person who's planning our recreation. Then I have a spiritual like coach as well, wherein like I'm studying more about who I am, about myself. So yeah, like and if I talk about the learnings, yeah, every person have given me learnings. If we have met like 1 or 2 years back, I was not the same person. I was not happy with life. I was struggling a lot with lot of things. Like uh, if I talk about my business, I was just thinking like business is just about uh, it's about win of one person, that is our employees. But after Rajiv, I came to know it's about win, win, win. Client should also win. Employees should also win. We should also win in the end. And progress is the key. Perfection, is a myth. A lot of things are there. Even like recently in our job, like the unknown expedition where we went. So there I learned about life lessons. Like in my life, I was having a lot of limiting beliefs about. I was thinking like I'm not good enough in certain things. Like because I was thinking that was my mindset which was stopping me. But after that, like actually, we have one quote: "What happened in Jordan will stay in Jordan," because there are a lot of work which happen in our changing our mindset. Like how I was seeing my life, that was entirely different what I'm like visualizing it now. And I'm sure like it is actually giving me lot of courage and lot of positivity as well to accomplish my vision. So I have my vision board in front of me. I know I will like, I will create it now that confidence inside me have boosted up. Like, okay, it is not difficult. It was only my limiting belief which was stopping me. I will overcome all my fears and I'm already on my path. I'm super happy for that transformation which happened.
Wow, wow, absolutely amazing. I believe it's always good to have mentors so that we do like lesser mistakes, right? Having a business coach, Abhi Arya, I believe the micro video mastery, he started that this thing, right? And now agency like helping people, and then having a spiritual coach, having a diet coach, because every aspect is like so important. If one aspect fail also, like we go down, right? I love the approach how you have. And for all the people who are connected with you, right? Like how they can like imagine there's a medical clinic owner or like hospital. Now they have some questions or like maybe they want to book a strategy call, consulting call with you. How they can reach out to you?
So I have like there's a website called brandingpioneers.com. They can fill the form over there. So someone in my team, they can arrange the call. Secondly, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. My name is Nishu Sharma. You can write Nishu Sharma Healthcare. I will like pop up in front of them. Then on Instagram also they can reach me out. My handle is Nishu Digital Marketing, so it's very easy to recall. They can like follow me or ask me anything in DM. I'll definitely reply to them.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing, guys. You can just follow Nishu, and also what you can also do is like tag us, tell us what was your top three biggest takeaway, what you all have learned from today's masterclass. Right, it's all about the more you learn, implement, execute, and share your learning. Right, and that's how we can impact more people. That's how we can reach to like more people and make a world a better place to live. And yep, It was absolutely a great honor to have you with us, Nishu. Like it was like almost like a master class for the last 1 hour 45 minutes. And thank you so much for sharing your incredible wisdom with all of us. And any last words you want to say to everyone before we conclude the summit?
Yes, I just want to say three words. Just get started. There is no like, there is no day which you think, okay, like today is the day I will start marketing. No, just get started from tomorrow only. Just get started with your like small step. Reviews, get your reviews done. Start getting videos done. Small steps, and you see the results started coming.
Absolutely. Love that. Thank you so much. Just implement, guys, whatever Nishu Sharma is telling. Take action. If you start now, like one is always greater than zero. Just take action with whatever resources you have. And that's how eventually like you will be able to go to that next level and reach your moonshot goals. Right.
Yeah.
And with that being said, thank you everyone for watching also. And yep, do subscribe and stay tuned. I'll be bringing more amazing guests like Nishu. And yep, have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you,
See you all.
everyone.
Thank you. And what's happening in our body, the things what we cannot see or like ask like a normal person, right? And with precision, which leads to one of the most important things, like it's always told prevention is like better than cure. And if you are living an ultra busy lifestyle, want to take control of your health, I highly recommend you go to like Chennai at MRC Nagar, do your AVO 181 test, and like understand what's happening in your body, like DEXA scan. I basically did that. I was able to understand where is the fats in my body, what I need to eat. I had the call with the doctor, and they told me what food I need to eat, what supplements I need to do, and everything. And this will help you live longer, and I have put the link in the description. You can check out from that link. And also, if you're very serious about like longevity and want to live for 100 years and want to talk to like billionaires like Shiva Shankaran sir, like Aircel founder, I invite you for the 7 days longevity retreat, which is happening at like the Neela Palace, the five-star hotel. People around the world from like USA, UK, Europe, and India are also coming. Do check out that event so that you are able to learn even more knowledge about like longevity and everything. And I'll see you at that event on January 2025. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button right now